Welcome to Mythic Codex Legends Unveiled, the place where mythology, folklore, and legends come alive. I'm your host Eliza, and tonight we'll uncover the stories that have captivated humanity for thousands of years. Turn the page, our journey begins now. I'm so glad you've joined me for the last time for the Season 2 final. Over the past season, we've explored creatures that have stalked lonely roads, ghosts that refuse to rest, and legends whispered for generations. But tonight, we're ending with a legend that has terrified people across America for decades. A creature said to be half man, half goat. A creature that doesn't simply hunt, it waits. The Goatman is one of those legends that changes depending on where you hear it. In some place, it's a curse farmer. In others, it's the result of a terrible scientific experiment. Some believe it was once a lonely hermit who slowly lost his humanity. Others claim it was never human at all. But no matter which version is told, the ending is always the same. If you find yourself alone near an old bridge, deep woods, or an abandoned road after dark, you may not be alone. The most famous version comes from the Prince George's County, where locals speak of a creature that roams the forest near a lonely bridge, known as Goatman's Bridge. According to the story, a scientist working at a government research center experimented on an animal. One experiment supposedly went horribly wrong. Instead of creating something extraordinary, he created a monster. The creature escaped. It disappeared into the surrounding woods. Soon afterwards, strange things began happening. Pets vanished. Livestock were found torn apart. Campers reported hearing heavy footsteps circling their tents in the middle of the night. People claim they saw glowing eyes staring from the trees line. By the time police arrived, there was never anything there, except broken branches, deep hoof prints, and silence. Another version is even older, long before the laboratory story existed. People claimed a lonely farmer raised goats outside of town. His family was shunned. Children mocked him. Neighbors avoided his land. One terrible night, the farmer's family was murdered by an angry mob. The farmer disappeared into the woods. Some say grief drove him insane. Others say something much darker answered his cries. Years later, travelers began reporting a towering creature walking upright with the head of a goat. The Goat Man was born, not from science, but from revenge. So, what do you think? Do you think a scientist was trying to create some amazing animal, but then all of a sudden created a monster instead that roams the woods today? Or do you think it was a man that was so hungry for revenge that he turned into something horrifying? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Then there's perhaps the creepiest story of all. In Denton stands another bridge that has become famous for Goatman sightings. Teenagers have visited it for decades, daring each other to cross after midnight. Many say they hear footsteps behind them. Others report knocking sounds beneath the bridge. Some claim their vehicles suddenly stopped working. And a few insight, they saw something standing on the bridge, watching them without moving. Then it simply disappeared. So, if you went to a bridge knowing it was known for sightings of seeing this Goatman, would you go? Or would you stay far away? Feel free to answer in the comments. Whether those stories are true or not, no one seems eager to return alone. Desperation of the Goatman are surprisingly similar. Nearly 7 feet tall, massive, curved horns, long, shaggy fur, powerful legs ending in cloven hooves, yellow or glowing red eyes, a smell of wet earth mixed with decay. Some witnesses say it carries an axe. Others claim its claws are enough. But nearly everyone agrees on one thing. The Goatman seems unnaturally intelligent. It doesn't rush its victims. It studies them, almost as though it enjoys watching fear slowly take over. So, what they're saying right here is also feeds back onto the scientist version of the legend. So that all ties in together somewhat, if you think about it. There are dozens of stories online from people who swore they encountered something impossible. Hunters described hearing something walking on 2 legs before suddenly switching to 4. Campers tell stories of rocks being thrown into their camps from complete darkness. Drivers report seeing a large figure standing beside isolated roads, only for it to vanish when they look back. Many of these encounters can never be verified, but the similarities continue year after year. Different states, different people, the same creature. Could every story simply be imagination? Could darkness turn ordinary sounds into terrifying monsters? Maybe. Or maybe legends survive because someone, somewhere, truly saw something. That's what makes the Goatman so unsettling. Unlike many mythical creatures, there isn't one single story. There are hundreds, and they all describe something waiting just beyond the trees. As we come to the end of Season 2, I'd like to thank every single one of you for joining me on this journey through folklore, urban legends, and mysterious creatures. Every download, every listen, every message means more than you think you know. But before we end tonight, I'll leave you with one final thought. The next time you're driving on a lonely back road and your headlights catch something standing perfectly still beside the tree, don't stop. Don't get out. And whatever you do, if you hear hooves behind you, don't look back. Because sometimes legends aren't waiting to be discovered. They're waiting for someone to notice them. This is your host Eliza, and you are listening to Mythic Codex Legends Unveiled. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in Season 3. Until then, keep questioning the unknown, and remember, some legends never die. They simply wait in the darkness.